Hello and welcome to DinoStorage. I'll be using voice to cover how this mod works. So as you can see, this is where our dinos are going to be stored. I'm going to go into further detail, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to take these dinos, destroy them from the world, convert them externally into C++ code, and we will use the item to retrieve that data to spawn them back in. This is to make the server completely performant, and let's get to it. Alright, so to start off, you're going to learn the engram. It costs 1 fiber, 0 engram points. You can learn it at level 1. The point of this mod is to increase server performance. When you got people taming 30 dinos, 40 dinos, it kind of lags the server. So right here you got the soul trapper. It will trap the dino soul into an item. Once stored, the dino will drop its inventory, no longer need to be fed, and transfer ownership to the user who releases it. Now there are some conditions that must be met before you can use this. The dino must be tamed, and it must be an adult in order to use. So let's go ahead and learn this. A little side note, the reason why it doesn't need to be fed is because we're converting it into code. So we went ahead, we learned that. So let's go ahead, let's craft 5. Okay, so there's our item. Now, when we go to use the item, it will completely cross over all the names. So if we want to name this Awesome Sauce. Alright, our trike is named Awesome Sauce. Okay, so let's access the inventory, and let's throw one of these in here. As you can see, he's got a saddle, he's got some gloves. So when we go to use this, because this is single player, it's going to kill the dino. In a dedicated server setup, it's just going to magically erase the dino and drop the inventory in one of those big loot bags. But for some reason, single players a little uncooperative with that kind of setting, so you'll see the dino die. But we'll go ahead, we'll use this item. The dino died. Alright. So there's our items. So we've got the trike saddle and we've got the gloves, so we've got everything that we need. Good deal. Alright. But where did our dino go? Right here. So it creates an item that dynamically changes everything to what the dino's stats are. So the health was 525, the stamina was 180, the torpidity was 506, and you can go back in the video, you can double check that, but all of this is accurate. Okay, so what ends up happening? Okay, well, we have a level 18 awesome sauce male trike. Okay, so what that does is, oh hey look, it created a file. So what is in this file? You will see right here, Primal Earth, Dinos, Trike. Okay, so it captured the Trike data. This is all the data that the Dino uses. A lot of it is hidden and encrypted, so you can't modify it. But as you can see, it did save a Trike character, and it did save its name as Awesome Sauce, and it registered in the map, which is the island. And it does have base character level. Everything is nulled out because it's encrypted, but it saved it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to use it. So a level 18 awesome sauce male trike. Okay, 525 health and 380 max weight. Well, what do you know? We have a awesome sauce level 18 trike with 525 health and 380 weight. So we go back to this, and you can see that it has removed the entry. So this file is saved on the server's local file. You can use it to transfer dinos in a cluster server setting, but since the file resides on the server, it doesn't support a global dino transfer. So it has to be residing on the same server, unfortunately. So, because everything is stored externally, guess what we can do? We can put all these dinos into an item. Let's, uh, let's go ahead and get my stuff back. And I don't care about the meat. Okay. Grab my saddle. Alright. So, you can store them anywhere. They don't lose their reference because it references that file. That file's not going anywhere. So, we'll put them in the smithy. You can put them anywhere though. So, let's go ahead and let's exit to the main menu. And we're going to load back in just to kind of prove that it's persistent. Now, it's going to take a little bit to load. I apologize. And we do have a dedicated server setup that is utilizing this mod. I just decided to make a standalone mod to help people make their servers a little bit more performant. So if you want to check that out, it's Project Echelon, also known as PE, and you can try it before you buy it, so to speak. But it's been on that mod for a couple months now. It's been tested, so this is something that has been tested and has proven to work. So load back into the map. Okay. So we've got the Rex, we've got the Argent, and we've got the Trike. Okay, so the Rex will spawn the Rex, just like so. And the Argent will spawn the Argent, just like so. And the Trike will spawn the Trike. So, it's saved. Everything awesome. Okay, so on to more details. The user who releases the dinos is who the dino is tamed by. Now, this right here is a Soul Trapper effect, so you can see we are actually destroying the actor in a dedicated server setup, and in a single player setup, we are just lowering its health 100%, killing it. But because it sets the owner to the person who releases it, you can trade the items. You can raid these items and benefit from it. So let's change the number of clients to 2. We're going to do a dedicated server setup, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to hit the play button. And if you don't know the dev kit takes a little bit of time to load. We can go ahead, we can close out of this. Yeah, takes a while to load, but as you can see, it's a lightweight mod. It's designed to be lightweight. You've got the Soul Trapper. You've got the actual Dino Soul that saves the reference. That's what you use to spawn the Dino. And then it's got this guy, which is the save game object, which is how it sends the data to that file onto the server. And this other stuff here, this is just the generic stuff to get the mod to cook. So all that stuff's just sort of standard. So really, I mean, it's only like 2 items, so it's only going to be a couple kilobytes in size. Once it loads, alright, well, that took a long time. Alright, so let's okay, so we got this guy here, and we are going to just, let's give us 10. Alright, so this is tamed to this guy, but as you can see on this guy here, it's an enemy. So we're going to put it in a soul shard, well, a soul trapper, and since it's dedicated, see how it poofed like that? Okay. If there's an item in its inventory, it would drop it. So let's just do that again. The owner is still me. Access this inventory, toss something in there. DevKit also has these little hiccups where it just slows down. Okay, and let's just go ahead and use that. So see, it dropped the bag. Okay, so hello, Mr. Stranger. I am going to give you my dino. Remember, it will never lose its reference. So, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to pick this guy up. And now when I spawn him in, you can see that it actually belongs to me now. And I can equip a saddle, I can ride it, I can do anything I want to it. And then this guy is no longer owned by him. So that's pretty much the gist of what this mod does. It literally takes the Dino code and stores it in an external file. Anytime you get like a Dino resize bug or a Dino reference loss bug, chances are they're trying to scale the Dino down, and the vector values, they become decimals, and it will only save so far into the decimal value, and some integers will get dropped, and that's how you get scaling to increase or decrease, and how dinos will shrink or grow over time, or they'll try and store them in some kind of remote location, and they either hibernate or maybe they'll go into out of bounds and get destroyed, or something like that. But you don't have to worry about that. We're storing the code into a file, and that file will always be at the ready. So I hope you guys give it a shot. I hope you guys enjoy it. I worked hard to get as far as I did, so I wish you all the best, and give me that feedback. All right, guys, you have a good one. Bye.